I've always wanted to work in hospitality, but I never really knew the best way of going about it. I wanted to learn as much as I could do and gain a qualification from it.
I thought joining the apprentice scheme would give me, really a better outlook on hospitality in general, and really open my eyes to what hospitality can be outside of Limewood, because since I was 15 it's the only place I've ever worked, it's the only experience I've ever really had of hospitality.
I know that I'd be trained well. I just thought it'd be a good way in with a few perks along the way as well.
Every step of the way I can just be guided and I can observe and work next to the best, really. That's it.
Scheme for the pig seemed to work best with me. It gave me the most support I could really need. And I always heard about the pig through friends, family, and mum and dad raved about it all the time. So then I've never looked back, and it's the best thing I've ever decided to do.
Because of the extra things that they do. So on the job description it would say that I'll go beekeeping and do butchery courses, cheese making and all sorts of things like that, which I've done a few of those, which I've really enjoyed. And it's quite a casual sort of place. It's sort of jeans and Converse is my kind of thing.
It's right in the middle of nature. You've got so many different areas that you can get local food. The surroundings, the scenery is just stunning.
Becoming an apprentice and be able to learn and earn money on the job is such a bonus, really. And I think the wages here for an apprentice is really good.
Working reception, the tips can also be very good as well, which is a massive benefit of doing the job I do. So I think definitely with the long hours and low paid, I don't think it's as true as everyone believes it is. And there's definitely much more to hospitality than long hours. You can work 8 hours a day like a normal job and still enjoy yourself.
I think the pay is secondary to what most chefs that I work alongside think about. It's the passion for that reward feeling that you get after a long day's work of providing an amazing service and serving the best local food that you possibly can. When you're working alongside a great team, there's not 1 second that feels like longer. You just enjoy every second of it.
I think we get paid really well. They've just brought in the new minimum £10 an hour, which I think is really great. It shows that they really appreciate their staff. But yeah, the long hours, it's hard, but I guess it's worth it, isn't it? In the end, when you see happy customers and people returning and they're loving your food.
Learn about things with other people, hearing their advice on how to go about new things, and then trying them out in the team. So I think my highlight was definitely when I got to the end of my last apprenticeship. I was very fortunate enough to be put forward as someone to win an award, and I won, and I was able to go to the Savoy Hotel in London. Front of House Team Member of the Year, which is one of my greatest achievements, I think, which is kind of what's pushed me forward. I'm going on to level 3 as well.
Our head chef is phenomenal. I can't speak highly enough of him, and it was just great to be able to work beside him, learn everything from him, and I've been really lucky to have almost just a kitchen full of lecturers. It's not just the one. Everyone has a different way of doing something. Everyone has different experiences, whether that's working in Michelin or working and being from the garden and deciding to become a chef.
I've really enjoyed being able to give more reasoning behind why we do something. If I'm explaining to one of my colleagues why we maybe should do something a bit differently, it's great to then be able to go, oh, this is why. And I think meeting other people from other parts of the business.
I think probably, I guess most people would say the day trips and things that you get to go on, like all the extra courses. So I've done the Burchnet bread course, chocolate courses. I've been up to London a few times with Lex, and I've just really enjoyed working at the Pig as well. I think we're just one sort of big, weird family.
It would be to be familiar on every section with every type of food and be able to eventually input some of my own creativity and ideas into any kind of cuisine.
I've got lots of ideas. I think I'll be happy with quite a few of them, but I think certainly having my own hotel or just being a hotel director would be fantastic.
I've always had a distant dream of having my own like breakfast restaurant or brunch restaurant or something.
So it'd be nice to keep climbing the ladder, become a junior sous, and then see where that goes really. But I definitely would love to do my level 4.
Go for it. You will be looked after very well. You are never alone in any kind of decision making. Any doubts that you have, there's loads of people that you can ask. And it's one of the best things that I've ever done, so I highly recommend it.
Really listen, because there's a lot of good stuff that goes on, and a lot of people have a lot of great answers to a lot of questions. They'll probably be different to yours, so really listen to each other, bounce ideas off everyone else, and but you'll find more enjoyment out of it. You'll learn more, and I think that's something that I found really good and really important.
I think main piece of advice is do your research as to where you're going. Find a company that you're happy both working with, but also knowing that they'll support you all the way through it.
So make sure you really love it, because cooking at home for your family is completely different to cooking for 150 people on a Saturday lunch. But just do it, because I love it. And it's the best thing I've done.